1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get punked, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in they Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move, whatever click you choose.
Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. You're down. Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. Yeah, that's me gassing on that intro, and if you want to get that song, hit me up on my email, 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, and I will give you information on how to get it. Now, let's get into the video. So, yeah, you see the title. Damian Porter has been sanctioned. So, yeah, I understand that Damian Porter has received a strike. And so he is unable to upload. Well, actually, I believe he's able to upload if he wants to. I'm not quite sure, but he cannot monetize the video. Or maybe he can't even upload altogether. So whatever it is, I believe it's a 7-day strike. I don't know exactly when the strike started, but he should be back relatively soon. Until then, he can be found on a channel that he has. It's called The Unwoke Culture. I also believe he has another channel, and I believe it's called Politics Left and Right. I'm not 100% sure about that, though I do know he wants you guys to tap in with his new channel. It's called, once again, The Unwoke Culture. Now, a lot of people may be wondering the circumstances and the issues surrounding the reason he was sanctioned, right? And so I'm going to tread lightly, man, because it seems like it's a cold, what's the word do I want to use? It's a cold occurrence that's starting to happen pretty regularly, right? When you have YouTubers calling and reporting videos, right? Now, I can understand the average YouTuber maybe feeling upset or however it is he's made to feel by a certain video. Let me tell you, for you guys out there that do not do YouTube, it does hit different, right? To be scrolling through YouTube, and all of a sudden you look up and you see a motherfucker that made a video on you, right? So it's definitely right. It's definitely a different feeling. And I'ma just keep it 100, right? You have some of these dudes, man, who get persecuted. You got some of these individuals, man, who may have 5 or 6 other channels making videos about them often, right? And so while I may feel like fuck them, my hat's off to them too, because it's different, man. When when you scrolling through this motherfucker and you look up and somebody that made a video about you, you like, man, what is this motherfucker talking about, right? So it's different, right? But for a dude who has subscribed to the ideology, even at one point in time in his life of, I'm not going to do no telling, I'm not going to cooperate with the police, even if you no longer live that lifestyle, right? I just don't see how a dude can run to the YouTube administration and report another video. Even if you out there in the streets, right, and you doing things that you shouldn't be doing, right? Because I believe his name is DC Baby Draco or whatever, the dude from Oakland who now does a lot of the hood vlogs in Los Angeles. I seen him say that there's only one time he reported a channel, and that was and Hefe, and he knows why, right? I've also seen, and I haven't watched a lot of his content, I've also seen DC Baby Draco say at one point in time he was out there in the street doing stuff, committing crimes. And so to me, I don't understand it, right? I ain't gonna lie. When I when I got out of prison, I felt even unfollowing somebody is some bitch shit. I mean, I've never got mad or that angry to where, I'm gonna unfollow this dude. To me, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. Now, even though I don't think if you do happen to unfollow somebody, that's not the end of the world. Maybe you just don't want posts from that dude popping up on your page. I happen to have an extremely laid back character, right? Personality. And it takes a whole lot to get me upset. So maybe I can handle certain things better than others. That don't make me better than nobody. I'm just not bothered by a lot of stuff. I see a lot of things to me as comical. I find a lot of humor in things other people don't. My close family members always tell me I play too much. I think everything is funny and so on and so forth. And they get irritated at me being so happy and joyful a lot of times, right? But, so a lot of times people see me on here as this, I want to say older OG or wisdom spreading unk or whatever they want to view me as, right? And honestly, the cats in the comments, the sensitive motherfuckers, they made me like that because when I first came to YouTube, I was on here clowning. I was doing impersonations. I was telling funny stories. And I seen a lot of dudes in the comments, a lot of dudes who was gang members they would get extremely butthurt. Y'all supposed to be gang members. Y'all supposed to be tough. These dudes, even I tell a story that happened 20, 23, 24 years ago, you'd have some dudes in the comments still getting emotional, right? So that's why it got to a point where I stopped using real names. I started having to be more politically correct in what I would and won't say. And I keep forgetting, y'all, go subscribe to my No Chill For Real channel. Over there, we don't give a fuck over there. We having fun, Fuck you in your ass, feed your glass, you know what I'm saying, if you get upset over there, right? So on this channel, though, I mean, the snivelers have made me be more politically correct because these dudes, I mean, like I said, I went to the pen, man, before this YouTube shit, before social media, and it's a trip to see how emotionally involved a lot of these quote unquote badass gang members get. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to the point, right? So, damn, now I done lost my train of thought. But so I was saying basically, yeah. So why, to my understanding, and I have to tread lightly around this situation, right? Why Damian Porter got the sanction? Because he reacted to a video. He didn't put up a video. He just reacted to another video. The video that he reacted to, and some of y'all may have seen it, right? Some of y'all may have seen it, right? I didn't see it. I didn't watch the video, right? I seen the title. I just didn't watch it, right? But the video that he reacted to was about another dude who is currently incarcerated right now. He is not on a mainline yard, and he found love on that yard. He found love on a two-way street, if you catch my drift. And so, that's what the video was about that Damian Porter reacted to, right? And so I don't know, the particulars if the dude was told on or what, because like I said, once again, man, it hits different to be scrolling through YouTube and see a motherfucker then made a video about you. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch these YouTube videos and y'all be entertained, but sometimes the subject matter don't be that entertained. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a shout out at Aunt Hefe. Free Aunt Hefe, right? But it's a trip how he does, he does basically videos about other gang related situations right now when he's incarcerated, but he's telling dudes don't speak on his situation. And so I use that analogy to say that sometimes when you are the subject of the discussion, you can tend to lose your unbiased opinion, right? because it's about you. That's all I'm saying right there. No shot taken, no shot intended to be taken. And Hefe, I'm just using him because that might be something that people can relate to, right? You don't want people to discuss your criminal situation, but you on there discussing everybody else's situation, right? So that's all I'm saying, right? And so now I did a little research, right? And I think I seen it was over 3 million monetized YouTube videos. So in my opinion, and I don't know, right? YouTube is not scouring each of one of the, all these videos looking for this, certain type of information. A lot of times, they do have a intelligent detective system or something like that, right? So some of these things can be detected in the words that you use during the video, but often, as it is too, these individuals are calling in and reporting these videos, asking YouTube to take a human review because, like I said, they have some type of artificial detection system that when you upload the video, it basically reads the words that you're saying or that you're using, and then it determines if you may be saying something that's foul. I guess they in that detection system they have certain words that are that are a red flag to their system, and then possibly the video gets reviewed by a human, right? So, but in a lot of situations, these videos are being reported by actual people. And my thing is, if at one point in time, man, you felt like calling the police and reporting stuff was against your ideology, how do you suddenly reverse that, right? I can understand people changing their life, so on and so forth, but that's just to me. I mean, god damn, it's only so much of a citizen I can become up in this motherfucker. So so to me, man, it's just crazy, right? And I've seen dudes, man, certain individuals, man, that's these dudes, have been to prison and they have the most, they have gang shootings under their belt, and somebody say something about them, and now suddenly they want to call a lawyer and talk about how they've been defamed. And so to me, it's crazy, right? But that is unfortunately the situation going on for Damian Porter right now. He has a 7-day, I believe, strike, right? And I've been on YouTube about 6 years. I have never got a strike in relation to somebody reporting one of my videos, right? I have seen at times people threatening to report some of the stuff that I've done, but I have never got a notification from YouTube, right? And to me, it's crazy, right? Because freedom of speech, man, is a very important thing, right? And it's certain names and certain things that I don't even want to mention, or if I do, I want to be very careful, right? Because I'm gonna keep it 100, right? YouTube, like, and I said 1,000 times, man, in my opinion, everybody should have a YouTube channel, man. You can find you something that you're interested in, that others are interested in as well, and you can sit back and make videos from ideas and start getting paid, man. And if you're able to make enough money to supplement your income or even survive off YouTube as a full-time job, that's lovely to be able to set your hours and do as you please and create ideas. And you know what I'm saying? So, I definitely don't want to be into it with one of these dudes that thinks it's cool, man, to call and tell and try to harass your income. You know what I'm saying? So, but to be able to some of these other dudes to make these videos and say what they say, then you respond and then you reply and they get in their feelings and want to report you is some shit I don't understand, man. And so, for the most part, it's certain individuals I don't even, make videos about or stay away from. And if I do, I don't go in too hard because I'm knowing the characteristics or the traits of some of these individuals, man. But anyway, like I said, if you want to catch up and stay current with what Damian Porter has going on until he's able to come back and get cracking on his regular channel, he's at the Unwoke Culture, man. So anyway, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 of Life, resume normal program.